strategizing to me is so important. And there's so many ways to do it. You know,
Yeah,
you could
yeah, yeah.
like study someone from afar. That's kind of one of
Yes.
the beauties of the internet is like you can kind of study and know someone you really respect. Or you may have someone in your family, or you may have someone in your neighborhood, or you may have someone, but even say it's someone from across the world that you really respect, you can study a lot of their what they have put out in the world. And
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
that's all you need. There have been times where when you get to know someone fully, you might get let down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like because you have all these expectations and you meet them and it's like, wait, what? You know, but I think there comes again the power of separation. Like you got to separate that. And, you know, so I know I'm talking a lot, but I
No,
do
no, it's
think,
good.
yeah, I do think that like strategizing is a real key to happiness, you know, and it doesn't have to be like a deep thing. Strategizing could just be as simple as writing your intentions down, strategizing your day. How are you going to approach this? I always like, before I get into a studio session or anything, I always like meditate and I write down what I would like to experience
Yes.
in the session. You know, what would I like to get done? How would that feel? And I kind of lock onto that feeling before I go and do what I got to do.
Yeah, I'm glad that you pointed out that strategizing starts with studying,
Mm-hmm.
because then it becomes you study something and then you apply it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what strategy is. You study it first and then you apply it. And I was thinking about it as you were saying, like strategizing your day. I was thinking about, if you think about New York, it's a grid system. That's a strategy.
That's a strategy.
It's a strategy. Like that's what it is. If you travel to Europe, you'll see there was a strategy in how towns were built where like the church would be in the middle of the town.
Exactly.
There'd be a river flowing through the middle. There'd be a bridge over the river. There was a strategy in how it was built in order to create an experience of the city. And I feel, you know, that's what it is. It's thinking about your life and thinking, what are the pillars and priorities in my life?
Yeah.
Like what are the things that are like almost like building a city?
Exactly.
Right? It goes, okay, well, a city needs a fire station because sometimes there's going to be a fire.
Right.
It needs a school because I need to learn. It needs a hospital because sometimes you're going to get ill. Like, what does a city need? And you got to look at your life in the same way and go,
Exactly.
what does my life need?
And sometimes that's exactly what your life needs, is structure.
Yes.
You know, when you feel like you're all over the place and things aren't happening, sometimes you just need a little bit of structure and strategy to jumpstart it and build the foundation to build on, you know? So that's a perfect analogy.
Yeah. What was the best strategy you ever built to achieve something in your life? What example would you give from your own journey? When were you most strategic effectively?
There have been times where I was very strategic and times where I wasn't. And one of the times in my life where strategy really helped out was just like, I would say securing my first record deal. I always knew I would get a record deal. I would talk about it frequently with my friends in 8th grade. I would talk about when I sell out when I sell out the Palace, Auburn Hill, all these things that I ended up doing later. I just knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't know how. And we all know that like you can make plans and God laughs at it, but I really feel like when your heart's in the right place and you have the intentions and you put a little bit of strategy to it, okay, like one of the things that I always wanted to do is like, okay, how can I get on the radio? You know, how can I be on the radio? Then I, you know, did some homework and my friend, oh, there's a radio show where you can battle rap and end up rapping on the radio. You know, and people, okay, that's a way to get on the radio. So how do I get down there? Okay. Oh, so I need a ride down there. I would like plan out every aspect. I need to make sure I have a ride to get to the radio station to be able to battle rap. Okay, I need to write a rap for when I get on the radio so I have something to rap over, you know. And so it's like you strategize every aspect of it and it can be fun. It doesn't have to feel like homework. It don't got to feel like schoolwork. None of us want to do more work. In fact, when you strategize, you probably are eliminating a lot of work, a lot more work. Don't get fooled thinking that like you're getting ahead by not doing the work. I'm telling you, when you strategize and plan things out, you're eliminating hours of work. So that is the reason, you know, a lot of us may not have time to read this book. You think like, I don't have time to read a book. I'm telling you, like, reading a book not just my book, but a book that impacts you, saves time. It doesn't take time.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because
Yeah.
that's all it does. All it does when you're learning, all it
Yeah.
does, it saves time. It stops you from making mistakes. It helps you avoid the ones that someone else made before you. You'll probably make some new mistakes for sure.
Hey, yeah, of course.
But you'll avoid so many. And I loved what you said, the way you broke it down. Like, ultimately, strategizing is building steps to that goal, and you're trying to break it down to the step that I can do today
Yeah.
and now,
Yes.
that is small and easy.